everybody, and welcome to the League of Legends Swarm game mode. Ba-na-na-ba-na-na-bum-bum. Boy, that's a mouthful. Okay, so, you might be saying, ew, Shadow, you're playing League of Legends? Ugh. Yes. Okay, so, basically, I'm a sucker for the PvE game modes in League. The last time I got to enjoy it was, like, way too long ago. Look, I'm just saying, the Star Guardian mode and Odyssey were peak League of Legends, and I quite simply have not been able to enjoy League ever since. However, we now have a PvE game mode, and it's time for us to take a little bit of fun. So I'm just gonna run through all the maps, pretty much show you what this mode is. And that's pretty much it. By the way, as far as upgrades go, I am, in fact, as capped out as I can be. Anima power is also at 79 out of 100. So clearly I've put a lot of time into this mode. But let's begin. Alrighty. So I'm going to be playing on hard mode for this. There is also extreme mode and easy mode, but I just don't want to play on those extreme mode because, well, let's just say solo, it wouldn't be the most fun thing in the world. Also, you do get 5 rerolls per attempt, so we're just going to see what we can do. So there is a manual aiming mode. As you see, we're in manual, and if I press C, we go into automatic. Honestly, I spend most of the time in automatic just because it makes it easier to dodge, but we'll do the manual aiming for now. So pretty much what this game mode is, as you're seeing, you just kind of run around, swarms of dudes come after you. It's like, oh no, what am I going to do? And then after 15 minutes, the level's boss will spawn, and you have to take them out. Also, every time you level up, you will get 3 cards to choose from, and it basically either gives you abilities. As you see here, all of these empty slots are our passives that we can get, which is like ability haste, duration, stuff like that. And then down here is the weapons we get, but we always have a character-specific one. Now I'm going to take ability haste because that is what Jinx needs to level up. But overall, this game mode is like, it's so simple, but it's really fun. Then again, you know, little bit of bias. I am a sucker for PvE modes, as I said. Now what Jinx does is, after she gets a certain amount of kills, she does get a speed bonus, much like regular Jinx. Also, once you hit level 3, you do unlock your first ability. And once you hit level 6, I believe, you unlock your second ability. I'm going to go for crit chance because Jinx is all about damage, and I would like to get more of it. The little blue blobs I'm picking up, by the way, are XP globes. Overall, very nice. And a Yuumi quest just spawned. Basically, Yuumi quests give you permanent upgrades. As you see in the bottom left, we can have up to 4. Though, truthfully, I've never gotten above 3 in all my time playing this mode. So, I don't know. Maybe there's some kind of way that you can get 4, but I've never actually found it. Now, for that card, we are going to take damage because, like I said, Jinx wants to do as much damage as she possibly can. And you can already tell, we're kind of already going crazy. And if you hold tab, you can actually see what item evolves with what passive. Like, for example, the Jinx passive evolves with ability haste, which means at level 5, if you pick up a blue card, it will gain an additional effect and be much more powerful. The Battle Bunny crossbow scales on crit chance, so when it hits level 5, if you have crit chance, it then evolves and becomes way more powerful. By the way, I give no guarantee about what the bit rate is going to do. Race to the Finish is one of the easier ones for Jinx because she is just so freaking fast. So the Yuumi objectives, basically, they're just little bonus mini games that you play. They're not, like, too hard, but they do give you very powerful bonuses. Now, you can't re-roll these, but for example, here's what we have to choose from. Killing an enemy will sometimes drop a health pickup. That's just nice. Gathering speed this early on Jinx, honestly, is pretty busted. Alternatively, Heavy Hitter is a nice one. 50% more damage is certainly not bad. I'm going to take Gathering Speed, though. Why not? Let's go as quick as we possibly can. Now, another thing this mode does is it scales based on the amount of people that are with you. You can have up to 4 people. Obviously, I'm playing alone. But basically, the more people you have, the more enemies will spawn. So it's a really nice scaling. And that right there is Jinx's second ability. It does missing health damage, which is why I waited to use it. Very, very good boss killer. Okay, we pick up a card that allows us to upgrade our minigun a little bit, which upgrades its damage. Now, something I usually do is I will just leave the blue cards on the ground, because if you have an ability at level 5 and you pick up that blue card, that is what evolves it. It does not evolve normally. You have to pick up a blue card to evolve it, so usually it's better to wait. Now, this right here is a misfortune buff. They show up randomly, and they have a variety of random effects. This one in particular is my absolute favorite. It's literally just a car, and he just ran people over. It's great. See what I mean? This mode is just so much dumb fun. So I wanted to share it, honestly, before it goes away forever. You know what? We'll upgrade Meow Meow, so if we pick up another blue card, we will be able to evolve. By the way, they actually turned down the music that plays while you're in the car, because it used to just be... It was so loud, dude. It was insane just how loud that music used to be. I'm actually kind of sad they turned it down. Now, this is a Bel'Veth trial, much like the Yuumi... hang on. Oh my... Okay, I'm so used to Extreme now that felt so fast. Ooh, we're taking Paw Print Poisoner. That scales on movement speed. But yeah, the Bel'Veth trial. Basically, it's like a Yuumi trial. It doesn't give you a permanent buff like Yuumi does, but what it does do is it gives you a bunch of XP, which will help you increase your levels. But these missions are usually quite hard. So, like, for example, this one, stay chained. We just can't leave this red circle. It's not that bad. Honestly, we could deal with this one, no problem. Now, as you see, our Jinx ability, just the minigun she's firing off, is upgraded. So we're kind of doing a lot of damage. There you go, Bel'Veth done. Look at all that XP in Monday. I am also going to take... Tibbers is really fun, but I'm going to take the Blade Ring because it scales with what we have. Now, we do have all the weapons that are accessible to us. Projectile count is going to allow us to upgrade even more. I'm going to go for the Battle Bunny crossbow. Picking up all this XP will allow us to upgrade the crossbow once again. Honestly, getting really good rolls. Normally, it's kind of hit or miss what you do and don't get. I'm going to take Paw Print Poisoner. And they also get different names when they level up as well. Like, for example, it used to be called Meow Meow. Now it's Battle Cat Barrage. Just a small thing. Now, I have so many permanent upgrades just from playing this mode that because we're on hard mode, I'm sort of just steamrolling everything. But don't worry, as we get to the later levels, it will get harder. Battle Bunny crossbow is ready to go, so we're going to go pick up this blue card, and that is going to let us upgrade to the Bunny Prime Ballista. Basically, it just shoots out 30 more arrows. Also, if I haven't warned you already, the bitrate, probably not going to do well. Warning you now. There's a chance you just won't be able to see a whole lot of stuff that's going on. I apologize, but we'll just see how it goes. Now, this misfortune buff we got is Stop Waves, which if stuff gets too close to us, they will get frozen. It's nice. Some of the misfortune buffs are pretty meh, while others are just absolutely insane. Like the car, easily the best one, but it's also the rarest from what I found. Or maybe I'm just unlucky, who knows. Now, when we get another one of our weapons to level 5, I'm going to pick up another one of these cards. The spear guys, okay, so I don't think I've gotten hit yet, but certain enemies will do more damage than others. And then other enemies will also be a lot more dangerous. Like, for example, that was an elite, and he was a wave elite. So basically, he shoots out that wave. It does a crazy amount of damage, unless you have a Yasuo. So, yeah, there's certain things that you do need to look out for. There is also going to be another Yumi quest. I don't want to pick up this blue card yet. We're just going to get as much XP as possible. We are absolutely mowing through these guys. Okay, you know what? I've heard people don't like Jinx because apparently she's not very good and weak. But I mean, Jinx does pretty well in my experience. Now, maybe she's not the best solo character unless you're as decked out as I am, which is why I'm playing her early. But Jinx is like one of the better boss killers. Okay, we're a little bit late to Yumi, but we're still here. Okay, we gotta chase the red dot. It went into us. Okay. Immobile Immolation is amazing on Alawi. Critical Expansion. Actually, you know what? Critical Expansion, we can actually make good use out of that. Okay, by the way, those bomb guys will do like 90% of your health in one hit, so don't let them hit you. So technically what you can do is move in their range and then immediately back out, but some characters are slow enough to where that's really just not gonna work. So if you have enough range, it's better to just go for the kill on them, if, you know, at all possible. Okay, we got another Misfortune buff. We're also caged in again. Okay, more projectiles. Yeah, more projectiles on Jinx. And also area size whenever we crit. Yeah, this is shaping up to be a really good build. I'm gonna turn on auto aim. Okay. Upgraded our arrowy thingy. So it's kind of hard to tell, but basically it shoots out little spiky feathers, and they're gonna be bouncing around off walls and stuff. It's really nice. It's kind of hard to see at the moment, but it is really, really nice. There'll also be little crates and stuff around the map that you can open. They drop a variety of cool stuff. I'm kind of running around looking for them because, truthfully, there is a rainbow pickup that'll just suck all the money and XP on the map straight to you, and I would like to do that. Also, these circles are from the Kog'Maws who are on the map. Oh my, 12k damage in like a few seconds. Oh, this is great. I like feeling OP. Okay, didn't even need to use our ult. We also still have a bunch of access cards around if we need them. You know, there's a part of me that wants to go for pickup. I wonder, does duration scale with her passive? I've never tried that. We'll use our rerolls just to try and upgrade our guns. Now, we also have a Bel'Veth trial over on the map down here. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but we're currently moving towards it. Bel'Veth number 2. Let's see what happens. Oh, okay, that was cheating. Hey, it's a rainbow pickup. Okay, we got him to go down. We get a ton of XP for our trouble. I'm just going to upgrade our weapons as much as possible because those are more important to get going. Also, the only hit of damage that we've taken, and it's because he spawned directly on top of me. We're going to pick up the rainbow. It's going to suck all the XP and money on the entire map directly to my position. Very, very good. Very, very powerful pickup. Kind of tempted to just pick up these cards. I'm not going to just yet. We're not in any real rush, especially since we're not in too much danger. Debatably, what I'll take for my last passive is I might end up taking pickup range. I know it's, you know, it won't be like the most useful thing in the world, but ooh. But still. Now, that rainbow obviously didn't do as much because we did just pick up everything on the map, so kind of expected. Ooh. We got a Misfortune buff. I'm gonna go for it. There's also a boss. Absolutely just obliterated. We also get an ability haste from Misfortune, so basically, as you can tell, we're attacking a lot faster. Let me see. Our ability haste is 459 because of Misfortune, which means that we are attacking 82% faster with all of our weapons. So, yeah, nothing's even getting on the screen. We're kind of strong. Now, something else that I probably should have mentioned earlier, I do intend to play as multiple characters, a different character per map. So, you will see 4 out of the 9 of them, which, hey, or no. Yeah, no, 4 out of the 9 of them. I had to think how many levels there were. Misfortune buff's pretty good. Yeah, this is working out. Oh, good lord. Yeah, that worked out real nice. Who needs to move? I'll just sit there and win. Now, that is one of the fun things about this mode, is the first few times you're playing it, it's like borderline impossible. Like, you won't even make it to 15 minutes on your first couple of attempts. But then, the longer you play it, the easier it gets. To the point where if I were to play easy mode right now, I quite literally think I could stand still the entire game and still win. That's just how powerful I've become through this event. Ooh. Okay, we can upgrade this. Okay. Now we're gonna go down to the Yumi quest. Also, are we gonna hit the legendary 4 Yumis? Because we're on pace for it right now. Maybe we will. That'd be pretty cool. I've never had 4 Yumis before. We're so strong, dude. And then it also helps that all of our abilities are, like, scaling off of everything we have. Like, our main attack is scaling off all of our passives. Battle Prime is scaling off all our passives. The Chroma Blades, the Quado Ring, like, it's all just scaling off each other. That's gonna hurt. Oh, yeah, just kind of had to tank that because I want to do this Yumi quest. Really unfortunate. Yeah, sometimes you're gonna take quote-quote guaranteed damage. It's just, hey, it comes with the mode. I also want to get that Misfortune buff. You can tell there's a Misfortune buff because of the little dots right here and then the yellow glow. Roaming runner. What? Increases and decreases to your movement speed are also added to your damage. If you remember, we took gathering speed, and we still have upgrades to movement speed. Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh yeah, that's pretty good. Yep, that's solid. All right, let's get Misfortune. Ooh, we get a really, really strong shield. Dude, this is crazy. Of course, you know, it figures. While trying to grind out the title, oh, luck's terrible. Man, if only I could get good RNG. And then recording just for fun? Yep, it's OP time. By the way, I am now going to run around and just pick up all the cards. We no longer have a reason to wait. Especially because we are very close to being guaranteed to get the upgrades we want. And because of our shield, I'm not too scared of just running directly into the enemies. We're leveling a little bit slow, but I am also used to multiple other people running around helping me get the XP as well. So, yeah, it just feels slow when it's really not. Come on. Oh, here we go. Final evolve. Bam! Damaging enemies grants stacking shield and movement speed. Yeah, so we're just a movement speed build on Jinx. That's, yeah, that's pretty good. That's real good. We're so fast! Dude, this is crazy! Okay, yeah, definitely some of the better luck that I've gotten. We're immediately gonna zoom down to Belveth. We're so fast! Let's see, what do we got? Dodge the meteors. Alright, I'm gonna pick up the rainbow. Oh, upgrade our damage, go for a missile, watch out for those meteors because they hurt so bad. I don't know if you guys can even see the red circles, I gotta be honest, but there's a lot of times in this mode where it's kind of just impossible to see what's going on. So, I'm not even gonna pretend that it's not. Sometimes it's just borderline impossible to see what's going on. Now, we have so much movement speed that honestly this event is easy mode. This is like one of the easier events we could have gotten with this particular setup. We are going to get an extra projectile for everything that we do. I'm going to run around and pick all these up. Okay, some extra movement speed is always nice. That means more damage. even more damage, and we haven't even finished leveling up our damage trait yet. So we're, let me see, 714% more damage. Yeah, that seems right. And of course, if stuff runs into our purple smoke we're leaving behind, we also are doing even more damage, gaining even more movement speed, and also getting a tiny bit of a shield. Now, we are still missing a passive, but what are you gonna do? Don't need it. Passives? Never heard of that. Dude, we're so powerful. This is insane. This is great. This is great. To the point where I'm actually running into enemies and completely steamrolling them. The League experience you've always wanted, but never quite been able to get. Now, every map does have its own, like, unique modifiers and stuff, so don't worry. My promise still holds. It is going to get a little bit harder. But for the moment, we're pretty much set. Rek'Sai time. Okay, we're going on manual aim. Let's see how quickly we chunk her. Oh my god! Okay, what about her tunnel? Her tunnel's already dead. Okay. And Rek'Sai's dead. The end. What? All right, it's now time for one of my favorite characters in the mode, Leona. What's funny is I actually don't... Okay, I'm not going to say I don't enjoy Leona normally. However, Leona in this mode is just so much fun. Wow, all right, shield slam immediately. But yeah, Leona pretty much is... Alright, I'm just gonna say it. She's the only tank in this mode. Technically, there's Briar. Technically, there's Alawi. Leona is the tank. Briar's a bruiser. Yeah, she... Oh, we got armor straight away! Okay, so that evolves our trait. Very, very good. But yeah, Leona's... She's the only tank. And she's also the best at it. Alawi is really good if you're not gonna be moving. And Briar is really good if you don't care about your team. Briar is debatably the best solo character in the game. IMO, of course. And yeah. Now, because we're solo, normally I don't do this, I'm gonna go damage, just so we're doing a little bit more. And this right here is why Leona is the best. We get a shield, which after a few seconds, refreshes itself, and also gives us an AoE burn effect. Very, very powerful, because I can just... Oh, ooh, Radiant Field, very nice. I can just do this. Right in the middle of a crowd. No worries. Don't worry, guys, I got it. And then because of her getting a shield that can regenerate itself, she can walk into projectiles to block it for squishier members of your team. By the way, ooh, definitely going for duration. That increases our shield, I believe. See, right here. Boom. I just blocked it for my team. Look at that. That's great. Okay, Yumi quest. Here we go. This one... Oh, we only have to do one? Really? Wow. Okay, so it scales based on the people. Pauperant Poisoner... Honestly, wouldn't be terrible. Now, normally I wouldn't build this, but actually it gives us a shield. You know what? I'm gonna build the Pauperant. So pretty much what it does, it leaves a poison trail behind you. So stuff that follows you takes more damage. Oh, if only I was playing Aurora! By the way, Aurora is the worst character in this mode. Just saying. Just saying. It is what it is. Gain movement speed based on haste. Critical expansion. Honestly, none of these are great. But yeah, Aurora is not very good unless you have a team of 4. Car! What is the luck? I've gotten the car twice now. Health regen. Yep. Like, Aurora can be good. If you have a team of 4, then Aurora is amazing. Especially if you get an early XP buff. Like, I'm not saying there's not situations where she can work, In my experience, though, because I play in a team of 3, myself included, Aurora's just kind of bad. But if you get the emotional support thing, the emotional pet support thingy, she can be really, really good. Like, I'm not trying to say that she's, just all bad, but she needs very specific situations. Also, this map allows you to do something special, which is you pick up this canister, you bring it to this, and the cannon becomes armed and starts to shoot stuff. It's nice. Not the most powerful thing in the world, but it is kind of like a nice little bonus objective. Especially if you get, like, super surrounded. It does a really good job at keeping you alive. Ooh. Sparky guys are, like, one of the most dangerous boss-type enemies. I will take Timbers. You know what? Oh, I should have taken the emotional support thing. Ah! Oh, well. Hindsight's 20/20. So yeah, Timbers is considered a pet, and as you can tell, he just kind of walks around and whacks on stuff. I'm gonna upgrade Shield Slam. Okay, doing well. Timbers doing a lot of damage. Okay, very nice. Also, Radiant Field. I know you're, Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I made such a mistake. Wow, I made such a mistake. Oof. Okay, so the mistake I made... So, Paw Print needs speed to evolve, right? That's fine. Radiant Field needs health to evolve. Oof. You know what? We're going shield build. We're going shield build. Not recommended. You definitely, IMO, want health on Leona, because I believe... Yeah, her shield scales on health, so, do as I say, not as I do. Although, truthfully, I don't know if this mode is ever coming back around, considering it was like 8 years since we got the last one. But regardless, if it does, then my advice will be really helpful to you. Now, we are on hard mode, too, which is another reason that I'm just not too terribly worried about the whole min-maxing thing. Kind of just having fun, showing off the characters, honestly. But there are certainly things that are better than others. Belveth Trial, here we go. Oh, Darkness has come. This is like the easiest one. There's also a Misfortune buff over here. I'm going to set down my ult. Gold on kill. Okay. I'm going to take an upgrade in Timbers. I don't want Bladerang. There's a different item that I would really, really like. Okay, we are kind of getting surrounded now. There's also another canister that we can go get. I'm going to go for that. Not able to see enemies in front of me, though it's not proving to be a huge issue at the moment. Okay, we got our canister. I'm going to put my shield up because I know there's enemies below me. Okay, very, very good. And because we did the Darkness event, we can now go back to Belveth and get all of our goodies. There it is! Ice Blast Armor! The best weapon that you can get on Leona, hands down. This one is so absurdly powerful. So basically, it scales on armor, which so does Leona. And when it evolves, it gives you a max health shield. Well, rather, it scales on your max health. It doesn't give you, like, a 1500 damage shield. That would be busted. But regardless, it gives you a really, really nice shield. It stuns enemies around you. And because of Leona's passive, the more defensive she's building, the more area size she gets. Which means this will stun more enemies. Like, it's really, really good. Now, truthfully, my build is pretty trash, but with Leona's E ability, her shield, the Paw Print, when that evolves, and the Ice Blast armor, when that evolves, honestly, we're like a weird bruisery build. Also, did not mean to pick that up. That's unfortunate. Not the end of the world, but just a little bit unfortunate. You're also kind of seeing why I like auto-aim so much, is because I can just focus on dodging. I don't really need to worry about where my mouse is, especially on Leona, because she's rarely going to be aiming. I mean, unless you're putting your ult down, which, you know, fair enough, but... Okay, we're headed to the Yuumi quest, and Radiant Field is keeping us nice and healthy, safe. I'm going to upgrade Ice Blast Armor. We want to get that bad boy evolved as soon as possible. Okay, I'm... debating putting my ult down. You know what? I'll put my ult down now. There we go. So anything that enters my ult range will take damage. We absolutely annihilated the Chumper. Wait, what? Wait, what? Oh, wow. That's a first. Okay, so if you're wondering what I'm freaking out about, the Yuumi quests always give one of these buffs. However, I think we leveled the exact, like, frame that the Yuumi quest completed, so we didn't get a Yuumi buff, and instead we got a regular level up. Oh, wow, that sucks. Not, you know, the complete end of the world, but certainly not great. The Yuumi buffs are so powerful that, I mean, losing one is just kind of not good. Also, we did upgrade our Shield Slam. It is now the Light of the Lion. I'm going to upgrade Radiant Field, though it can't evolve. Okay, we blow through him, no problem. I'm going to go up there and get that gas tank. Yeah, really unfortunate. It's directly next to the cannon, which makes it nice and easy to collect. If we can get one more level, we are going to be able to upgrade Ice Blast Armor, which pretty much we're full build at that point. Even not building max health, honestly, once Ice Blast Armor is done, your Leona's pretty much good to go. Okay, we got a Bel'Veth trial on the bottom right. So yeah, little unfortunate that we miss out on the Yuumi buff. Kinda, it is what it is. The mode's not perfect, but it sure is fun. Actually, I'm gonna kill... yeah, I'm gonna kill these boss guys before I go for that. So pretty much this this game mode, if you're not good at dodging, this game mode's gonna be really hard. Now, of course, there is the argument of like, oh, just play Leona and it'll be fine. But, you know, if you have trouble dodging, especially in the harder levels, it's, you know, it's gonna suck a bit. Okay, survive in the circle. How about this? Ult's down, take all the XP on the map. Pretty good. Yeah, they're not even getting to me because of my ult. Okay, dropping my shield. Yep. Leona gameplay. Leona gameplay. Hooray! We did it! The easiest quest of all time. Stand still as Leona. We're going to upgrade Tibbers because we want him to get evolved as soon as we possibly can. I'm going to upgrade Paw Print because if we can get even more shielding, that would be ideal. Really looking to get that Ice Blast Armor upgrade. We're going to burn them all over there. Misfortune is to our left. Ouch. Okay. Pretty good. Grants you a big shield. Okay. We're hoping for good levels. Good levels. Give me the levels. We also got a mini boss right there. Ice Blast Armor's ready to go. I'm going to pick up this card. And there it is. Grants you a shield. Oh, he's a wave guy. Okay. The bomb ones are kind of scary. Now, the bomb guys deal so much damage that even with the shield, it only takes a couple bombs to actually just completely blow through the shield. That's how deadly they are. Okay. There we go. Ice Blast Armor doing its thing, showing exactly why it is one of the best items. To be fair, you can build it on a lot of people. I say Leona does it the best, but to each their own. There's an argument to be made that Alawi and Briar can make really good use out of it, but if you build it on, like, Jinx, that's not going to do a whole I'm going... Tempted to pick up the cards. I think we can wait a little bit longer. I'm going to use my shield right here, try and go for a big pulse. Very nice. What's funny is we actually don't have very much area size. Ooh. Because I haven't built as optimally as I can. Like, I could have used a lot more rerolls to try and guarantee stuff, but meh. I believe the third Yumi quest should be spawning soon. Let me see. I'm going to go for some more health regen, just in case we do end up taking a bit of damage. Okay. Let's go ahead and feed this to the cannon. There we go. We got a couple bosses spawned and ready. I'm going to drop my ult because they are doing a lot of damage. So we have Kog'Maw shooting at us, and we have the Spider Boys. I'm going to try and kill the Spider Boys first, because they're a little bit harder to dodge. I didn't mean to pick this up, but oh well. The Kog'Maws go down extremely fast with the combination of Sunlight and Tibbers. Goodness! We're going to pick up the Misfortune buff and then head down to the Yumi quest in the bottom right. Ooh, Fireball. Okay. Fireball's pretty good. Basically, it shoots fireballs at stuff that come near you. You can see it does quite a bit of damage. Good lord, the Yumi quests get ready so fast when you're solo. Okay, Yumi quest, here we go. Destroy the vases. Okay. We're going to activate our shield and just run it down towards the vases. We only need 7, which is extremely low. And there it is. Let's do ultimate speed up. That makes our ult a 25-second cooldown. Very, very powerful, especially on Leona. Honestly, most characters, except Aurora, just want ultimate haste. It's solid. It's never a bad pick. Okay, I'm going to start picking up these cards now because we are getting close to the point of no return. I'm going to take a bit more ability haste so we attack a little bit faster. We're also scooping up all the XP on our way. Okay, more health regen. I'm going to start with this bottom card and move upwards. Okay, level 4 paw print. Okay, 10% more damage. Very nice. Now, that is one area where Leona's lacking. As good as she is, the thing she does not do well is damage. Now, with this particular build, that's not a huge problem. But, you know, normally an optimized Leona just, you know, kind of sucks with damage. But with all of our buffs and just a more fun build, you know, it just kind of is what it is. Okay, we will go to that Belveth. However, I do want to pick up all these cards, get ourselves as upgraded as possible. Radiant Field, unfortunately, cannot be evolved because we did not take the passive of max health. Yeah, I gotta be honest, I think duration was a mistake, though it did give us big Tibbers, so, you know. Shoots and ladders. Belveth, here we go. And we gotta stay put. Okay, that's totally fine. You think that's a problem for me? Clearly you don't know who you're up against. We put our ult above us to protect us from that angle, and then we just stand at the ready at the bottom. Ooh, you're not a Sparky guy, are you? Oh, you bet you are. Okay, Sparky guys are no joke. You do not want to stand in that electric field. They just do a crazy amount of damage. Speaking of damage, we upgraded ours. We also upgraded our duration a little bit. Now we scoop up all the XP for our own. We are now maxed on damage. Radiant Field is max level, but it cannot evolve. The bomb doing very, very good crowd control. I'm going to upgrade our ability haste again, and that is going to allow us to attack even faster, as well as reduce the cooldowns on our shield and our ult even further. But yeah, are you kind of understanding why Leona's busted? Like, this is a harder level, and she's kind of just walking through. Actually, I won't even use my E ability. Watch this. Not gonna use my E ability. Pretty solid, wouldn't you say? Yeah, pretty good. Dude, honestly, the chem dispenser is kind of surprising me. It's really solid. It's giving us, like, just enough of a shield to where it's pretty much perfect to wait for the deep freeze item, which is giving us the huge shield. Like, it's doing good enough. And then, of course, we obviously have Leona E, which is going to be giving us a colossal shield. I am going to go for ability haste one more time just to try and give us some more damage. And here comes the area boss. Briar. Alright. Drop our ult on her immediately. Okay, just try and play keep away. So what Briar does is she pretty much will focus down one player and just run them down until she starts her Sands Dance phase, which you can see she's already starting. Okay, we do have missiles coming from the top, as well as Briar running it down at us. All we gotta do is just play keep away from both. Now, this is why I called it the Sands Dance. Wow, that's so slow on hard mode. Whoa. Oh, I'm so used to playing on extreme now that that feels slow. I can't believe it. Oh. Now, if she does hit you with her her screams and knocks you into the out of bounds, you will take a ton of damage. That out of bounds is no joke. Okay, we want to just try and keep her as far away from us as possible. I'm going to drop my ult again. Oh. Oh. Okay, she almost pushed us out of bounds. Luckily, we didn't quite go out. Okay, now we have them coming from the side as well. I apologize if the bitrate is suffering a little bit. Also, my dodging could use a little bit of work. Yeah, no, that's the speed I'm more used to. But down she goes. Nice! Alrighty. Now it's time for... Oh, and don't tell my my teammates this. Now it's time for debatably my favorite character in this mode. I will never admit that she's one of my favorites normally. You'll never hear it from me ever. But Seraphine is extremely good. Also, because of the build that I would like to do for her, we are going to take Radiant Field. I know that's a bit of a cursed choice, but oh well. So, what Seraphine does, every time she sends out a projectile, she has a 25% chance to send double. Scales on crit chance. We're not really going to be building crit chance. I'm going to reroll. Duration is really good. Alright. Yeah, duration's fine. So basically, Seraphine is a support, more or less. I mean, both her abilities have supporting stuff. For example, shield and movement speed. Hooray! And then her ult is practically a map-wide invulnerability that also does pretty big enemy damage. Alright, we do get health. Oh, the Uwu Blaster would have been so good! Oh well, what are you gonna do? Also, yes, it is genuinely called the Uwu Blaster. You want to know what it's evolved is called? The Owo Blaster. Ooh. Okay. Jeez, he went down so... Oh, he went down so fast. That's insane. I'm really... I'm kind of shocked that hard mode is proving to be this easy. Debatably, I should have played on extreme, but meh. Whatever. I don't want to take this too terribly seriously. I would like to have some fun and not stress out if possible. Alrighty, we do have a Yumi quest spawning directly on top of us. Whoa, we also have quite a bit of enemies. Sorry, I thought I had autocast on. Static Sword. Yep. Alright. And then if we can get the Uwu Owo Blaster, that would be ideal. I'm going to shield up and just run for it. Also, what this map has is a special trigger. Give it to me. Give. You know what? You give me that laser. Give me that laser. Yeah! Alright. Card collector. Yep. We're the only one who's going to be picking up a card, so that's just going to be insane for us. Every time we pick up one of the blue cards, we get 5% more damage. Pretty good. Speaking of damage, we pick up the damage passive. But this map, quite small. However, we have this. Freezes everything around it. Very, very good. Okay, we're going to try and get this Nocturne out of here. I don't know what he's actually called, but we're going to try and get him out of here because he is a little bit too threatening for us. I'm going to go for more max health. Max health scales with my shield, so it's overall very, very solid. Okay, we kind of have a lot of guys running it down at us. You know what? That's what Seraphine's ult does. Very useful. Very, very useful. I'm going to re-roll again. I don't want any of these. Gatling bunny guns. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, we take that. I would really like the... Actually, you know what? The feathers would be really good. Okay, Uwu Blaster or feathers. Projectile count is going to allow us to upgrade our basic ability. We want that. Hey, we didn't get the car this time. Still just playing keep away from the Nocturne. We also have a mini-boss coming from our left. We're going to shield up because projectiles are coming right at us. I don't want the Shark Mine. We will take more health. Okay, kind of getting unlucky, but to be fair, we have had two really, really good builds. Okay, I'm going to zoom out of there using our movement speed. Okay. Gatling bunny guns are doing their thing. I'm going to turn auto aim back on so that I can focus on dodging. Belveth should be spawning any moment now. Okay, and as long as we keep the keep away game going, I don't think we're in too much danger at all. Now, Seraphine, she doesn't do bad damage, but she really has a Leona problem where it's not her specialty, and so it can be a little bit tricky. I'm going to go for Radiant Field. Still not quite what I'm looking for, but we are out of rerolls now. I'm going to zoom past them and head to Belveth. We have our ult in case we need it, and we also have this freeze effect in case we need that. Ooh, Squad Shrinker. Ooh, yeah, I'm doing the ice. So what Squad Shrinker does, basically, you become tiny, you take a bunch more damage, and you also deal reduced damage. It's, you know, maybe not the best thing, but as long as we are relatively on point with our dodges, I think we should be okay. And also the freeze effect does help a lot. Okay, trying to weave through these while trying not to hurt where we are too terribly much. We might have to pop ult here. Oh wait, no. There we go. Woo. Linus's Lament. Actually, does that... I don't think that scales. You know what? We're gonna hold out. We're gonna hold out. We will take more projectile count. I'm gonna upgrade Soundwave. Ooh, Battle Bunny Crossbow. We don't have crit though, so we wouldn't be able to upgrade it. I'm gonna take more projectile count. Okay, we're gonna wait on the blue card. I'm also gonna try and get out of here as well as I can. Okay, Radiant Field doing very, very good stuff for us. It's kind of just letting us walk out of here relatively unscathed. I'm going to make my way towards the freeze effect over on the right. Health is already maxed out, so we're relatively tanky in case stuff does get through to hit us. And it's also going to increase our shield up to 806. Very, very powerful. That's why I like to build health on Seraphine. Speaking of health, I bet you this is going to be the car. What'd I tell you? It's always the car, baby. It's always the car. Ooh, Blaster. There we go. All right, we ended up. We got what we wanted. All right, we are set. Yeah, pretty good. The luck wasn't quite with us, but As you can see, there is kind of a way where you can just like hold out and still get somewhat decent luck. Like, it's not just pure bad RNG. You can sort of manipulate it, but there is obviously RNG elements. It is League of Legends after all. There's bound to be RNG. Just ask my ranked games. Ooh, bombs. Okay, bombs are especially scary because all we really have is the shield, so we're just going to play it somewhat safe. We do have a Sparky guy coming at us. I'm going to bait out this bomb. Actually, our Uwu Blaster is doing so much damage that it's kind of just destroying them. Okay, we're going to make our way through. Bomb's doing its thing. I think we can sneak past here, no problem. Yumi's just about ready. We also still have our ult if we need it. By the way, sorry my mouse is on screen. Actually, you know what? For Seraphine, I can probably just move it off screen. I'm pretty... Seraphine's one of those characters that you can actually just play one-handed. Okay. Ow, we're gonna have to take some damage here just to get Yumi going. Darn yarn! Oops. Alright, well, a little unfortunate. So basically, for this event, you gotta push the yarn into them. Really, really simple. We're gonna upgrade our sound wave. We want that upgraded as soon as possible. Actually, I'm gonna push this into them. Don't. Yeah. Don't. Come on. Little bit more. Now, I'm tracking how much I need. It was up here. Obviously, it's gone now. Emotional support pet again! Dude! Do you know how nice this would have been if I was playing as Aurora? Oh. It's either regenerative tissue or it's elite bomber. I'm gonna do elite bomber. Our damage isn't too crazy. As nice as the regen would be... Ooh, chumper. Yeah, as nice as the regen would be, it's not, like, completely necessary. I think we can live without it, but the extra elite and mini-boss damage is just really solid. Now, if we can get some good levels here, we can actually start picking up some of those cards and getting some nice evolutions. I'm going to do Radiant Field. It's now ready to be evolved. I'm actually going to go for a blue card because of that. Belveth at the bottom right. We're just going to go through them. Our shield was actually enough to completely hold that. Wow. Actually, you know what? Wait. Oh, I didn't actually mean to use a freeze. Rip. Okay, Misfortune gives us a fireball. Wow, we are set. There's only one thing I can think of that would be bad here. Oh, and this is not it. Hey, good thing we got that mini-boss damage, huh? Alright, this allows us to upgrade our Radiant Field. This is going to allow us to upgrade our basic ability. So Radiant Field is going to cause enemies within this orange circle to explode on death. And Anima Echo, our upgraded basic ability, is going to make it so our little blue waves come back to us after they shoot outwards. Pretty nice. Also, I'm really not wanting to move right now because when the frogs die, they leave behind a bleed puddle, which does crazy damage, so let's not chance that. Also, Seraphine gameplay. Honestly, when most characters are, like, decently built, this kind of just boils down to what the gameplay can become. Sorry, hiccups. There's a couple of characters that actually can't do this very effectively, namely Riven. Because in order for Riven to use her attacks, she has to be in motion. Which, you know, definitely interesting, very unique. Bomb. Oh. Uwu Blaster, yep. Bomb. Gatling bunny guns. Now, I'm thinking another Belveth will spawn probably around the 10-minute mark, give or take. That's just me going based off of feel. I don't know how correct it is, but I played this mode quite a bit, so it might be just about as close as you can get without having like an actual guide in front of you or something. Okay, we're going to pick up all this XP, hope for good stuff. Static Sword is going to get a little bit of upgrades. What's our damage at? We're at 382% damage. that just shows you how crazy that Jinx game was, because we were almost at 800%. Yeah. Jinx is pretty good. Also Seraphine, pretty good. Because her shield is an AoE effect. So for example, if I had 3 other people around me and I did that, all 4 of us would get a shield and have a bit more extra movement speed. Pretty nice. Okay, we do get the Misfortune power for increased cooldown, so as you can see, we are just firing an absurd amount of sound waves, like, okay, well, there's nothing near us at the moment because we killed it all, but when there is, just look at how fast we're casting stuff. Absolutely crazy. Now, duration is really good on Seraphine because it actually increases how long her shield is applied. Normally it's 5 seconds, but with an extra 10%, well, it rounds up to 6 seconds, which is really, really nice. Especially because, you know, you can never go wrong with just a longer lasting shield, especially when you're building health, which is increasing how much it gives. Now, that being said, we are currently wiping the floor with all of these frogs. Yeah, that's real good. Yeah, that's real good. Good thing the boss spawned right on top of us because we absolutely smashed him. Speaking of, we do have 3 mini-bosses coming for us. Unfortunately for them, they came when I was still buffed up, so they go down all the same. Now, I'm going to absolutely book it towards that Yumi quest because I would like that buff if we can get it. Also, the gold is for the upgrades that I showed at the very start, where I was practically maxed. Should have mentioned that a little bit earlier, but hey, what are you gonna do? Gold at this point, honestly, not too valuable to me. I kind of just pick it up out of habit. Yeah. Also, the music in this mode, it's so good. To be fair, League, if League does anything right, it does its music right, you know? Okay, because it's only me, we get that, no problem. I'm gonna do Pick Me Up. Every 60 seconds, we get a rainbow blobby, which absorbs everything on the map directly to me. Yep, pretty good. Okay, we got a Belveth trial. I'm gonna try and clear my way. Oh, okay, that bomb was really nicely timed. We do take a minor hit. Ugh. Okay, a little bit tricky. I definitely should have gone the other way. I didn't realize Misfortune was all the way over here. We're going to pick her up. Gives us a really big shield. Now we're just going to speed our way over to Belveth. Try and get her going. Okay. Definitely making me work on some of these angles, though. Okay, Uwu Blaster. Ah! Deathwave dodge. Well, I picked a really bad angle for this. So, Deathwave dodge. Basically, that field right there does big damage. You run from it. That's the Belveth quest. Okay, you know what? We use our ult just to get out of that sticky situation. We pick up 2 of the cards so that we get an evolve. That makes it so we're going to be doing an AoE shock effect. I'm going to go for the freeze. Deathwave. Got a little bit close there. A little bit iffy. Now they're all frozen, so I'm just going to very slowly make my way through them. And with all of our evolve stuff, we're getting through them. No problem. I'm going to take crit chance because we really don't have any better option. Area size doesn't help us, and armor isn't really needed. Okay, we are slowly cleaving our way through. We are going to need to start picking up all of these cards here in a second. Okay, we got a mini-boss coming at us from the right. We can't really go upwards because of the bleed effect on the ground. I'm going to pop my shield and just pick up all of these. Uwu Blaster's ready to go. We pick up the card. The Owo Blaster is in full swing. Yeah, we're just going to go for all the cards now. I am just going to soak a little bit of damage. Extra projectiles, very, very useful on Seraphine, so we're just going to max that out. Okay, more crit chance. By the way, this is increasing our damage. Remember, that first Yumi reward we got makes it so every time we pick up a blue card, we're gaining 5% permanent damage. Also, we're taking a lot of damage because I'm kind of just running into them. That's fine. We will be okay. Okay, we increase our crit chance a little bit. I need to be a little bit more mindful about this bleed. Okay, 60 seconds is up. We're absorbing all of the goodies on the map. I will take more damage, if you would please. I'll also take more ability haste. I'm going to pick up this heal because we kind of need it. Okay. Pick up the bomb to clear that. I'm going to go for the card up here, just in case. We're also going to go for another freeze effect, just to help us out a tiny bit. Okay, more ability haste, always nice. Now, we just want to kill as much as possible now, because we are still going to get the vacuum, or as me and my buddies call it, the suck, every so often. So, we're just going to run it down, try and get as many as we possibly can before time is up. And that pretty much settles it for now. Boss time! Belveth has spawned! I get this card. We also do get the vacuum, so everything that we got on the floor now comes straight to us. We only have one more thing to upgrade, and then we are completely maxed out for this attempt. Now, Belveth time. We are absolutely shredding her. Ouch. She landed a hit on us. A little bit unfortunate. Not the end of the world, though. Dropping things from the ceiling while she's going for the dashes. She can be a little bit hard to dodge. Now she's going into the middle. We need to worry about 4 pillars on all sides of the map, because what she's going to do is she is going to ult to them, and it's going to do a big AoE pulse. Okay, it still pushes me even if I'm out of range and strength. Okay. Seemed to have forgotten about that. Okay, phase 2 officially begins. So she's going to mark out a bunch of areas that she's going to dash to. However, we simply don't care. As Yum AI says, totally weak. Briar time! Easily one of the better characters, but not much of a team player, if you catch my drift. By the way, yes, this is the same Briar that we fought as a boss a couple missions back. I'm gonna go for duration. Yeah, that sounds real good. See, I think it's kind of fun that you can actually play as one of the Primordians, a shark, if you will. Now, she is the only Primordian that you can play as, which kind of makes sense why she's not, like, too super team play-ish. Okay, not getting good rolls. Pillory swipe, there we go, that's what we're looking for. But yeah, it makes sense, considering her whole thing is she's not a battle animal. By the way, her E, rah! We just kind of go crazy and start swiping. You, however, have 0 control over Briar while she's doing that. We're going to go for the Mega Blast because I intend to get crit. And if you press E again while you are doing this, you do like a little AoE that heals you. Very, very powerful. Briar has so much self-sustain that she can take out most levels by herself, which is why I keep calling her the best. We're going for damage. We're going for all-out Briar. By the way, on this particular map, we also have our commander, Misfortune, out and about. Luckily, she knows that Briar is on her team and will not randomly start shooting at us, but there she is. She'll sort of do her thing. She's nice. She'll occasionally use her ult, which is decently powerful, but honestly, she tends to aim it the wrong way, so... Other than that, she's relatively helpful. Ooh, okay, we have a wave guy coming. Little bit scary. Radiant Field, because Briar needs max health to upgrade her basic attack. We do have our ult now, which we can pop if need be. Let's hope this Yumi quest isn't too bad. Ooh, laser. Okay, we could do that. We're just gonna have to soak some damage here. Movement speed isn't terrible. More duration. I'm not liking what we're getting so far. Let's see. Health pickups now give +1 health regen. Okay. Alright. Yeah. Ah! Okay, we are going to take a little bit of damage here. However, we absolutely decimated that boss. Static sword scales with health, so we want that. Now, I have no control over Briar while we're in her fish frenzy, so we're kind of just letting her do her own thing. For the most part, she pretty much handles herself. As for what her passive is, she gains up to 60% damage and 100% movement speed based on her missing health. And while in her E, she gains 25% damage reduction. So I'm going to ult the bull. He's going to push us away, and we're immediately going to come back. Wait a minute! He tried to push us while we were ulting, so it didn't even work! Wow. Now, while in ult, where our frenzy is actually empowered, so yeah, pretty good. Now we're gonna go for the misfortune buff. The car again. You know how many runs I went without seeing the car a single time, and now we're seeing it pretty much every single... No, we've seen it every single map. Ooh, we got the rainbow. Okay, that sucks everything into us. Just keep running all the baddies over. Every little bit counts. They're all going to drop XP at the end of the day. Okay, let's start making our way back over towards Misfortune. Area size is going to be relatively important, so we're going to go for that. Ooh. There you go. That's going to give us +1 regen. That's +2 regen. Okay. Gonna go into Frenzy, start trying to take these guys out. Now, Briar will also heal based on the amount of damage she does. And this is also the Misfortune ult that I was referring to. See, it's not terrible, but, you know, it's got, you know, it's flashy. There's that. Let's see. Okay, you're not being too big of a problem. Honestly, most of the enemies just aren't even around. We do have the Zax coming towards us now, so I'm going to go back into Frenzy. And because of our extra duration, we're actually going to be in Frenzy for a lot longer. Which, honestly, good. Because we take 25% reduced damage anyway. I'm gonna get more crit chance. I want to kind of save our rerolls until we start getting really, really desperate for extra health. Okay, now that's a good Misfortune ult. That's really, really solid. Because health is what allows us to upgrade our basic ability, as well as 2 of the weapons that we picked up, being both the Radiant Field and the Static Sword. So I would really, really like to not go without it. Because then 3 of our things can't evolve, which makes us a little bit weak. Not like, you know, it's not like the most game-changing thing in the world, but if you have the opportunity to evolve stuff, you kind of want to do it. I'm going to go for extra damage so that we heal a little bit more. We do have a boss approaching from the left. Stay put. A little bit difficult on Briar. Okay, we're just going to watch her. Oh, the boss is on us. We're healing, though. Okay. Whew. Man, he did a lot of damage to us. Yeah, face tanking a boss. Never the most wise decision. We're gonna go for the Misfortune buff. Shield. Extra movement speed. Okay. Okay. Searing short bow isn't bad. Let's go for the Bunny Blast. We're now ready to evolve it, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Radiant Field upgrade, and now we go into our Frenzy. Wow, that movement speed. Ouch. Oh my... Zooming. Actually, yum, more health regen. Okay, avoid that. Immediately go back in with Frenzy. Now, if we could get ability haste, that would be ideal. Okay, she ran into that card. Little unfortunate. It's just what happens when a Briar is this fast. Okay, let's start making our way back towards Misfortune. Pick up all the XP that we can. By the way, when we're out here, we also have some turrets from the other level helping us out. And as you can see, they're going to be fully powered. So, relatively nice. I'm going to wait. We're waiting for them to get closer. Though our weapons are kind of just taking them out. And now we go! Rah! We feel so slow now. Jeez, the amount of AoE is really helping us, though. We are going to try and make our way straight over to Yuumi. We still need that extra max health. We are approaching the desperate levels, but not the end of the world yet. We still have 2 rerolls, and we have 2 passive slots, so, you know, we can make this work. Little bit more regen. Very, very nice. We've gotten a lot of value out of this regenerative tissue already. Okay, we're just going to wait. We do have the boss approaching us. Is he... Okay, he's the shooty guy instead of the static guy. Okay, we got to get to the finish line, so I'm just going to walk through this entire crowd. Taking a little bit of damage, but that extra regen that we've been getting is going to heal us back up. No problem. Larger than life. Yup. Yep. 30% more health. Yep. And there it is. Max health. It allows us to evolve 3 of our abilities. Yep. That right there is pretty good. Now we just actually have to get some levels. The stutter stepping she's doing. Stuff is dying so fast. Briar can't even do anything. But we need to get some levels on our gear. That way we can evolve them if we can. When we're already halfway through, so we're actually not doing very well on the XP front. That's gonna hurt. Ouch. Okay, luckily we do have a ton of health. There was a rainbow thing over here. Okay, unfortunately it seems like we missed out on our chance. That really sucks. Oh! Wow, kind of surprised I dodged those. Now, larger than life is very, very good. However, it does slow you down, which is a bit of a downside. The suck. Okay, very good. Any amount of levels that we can get right now is going to be solid. And because our Radiant Field has such a huge area size because of the Misfortune buff, we're kind of just not needing to worry about the bombs, provided we watch our spacing a little bit. Okay, we got a bull coming for us. Tell you what, I've got a plan. He tries to bonk us away, but because we're ulting and unstoppable, it does not work. Okay, there are some Kog'Maws below us. We will go for them once Frenzy ends, which is now. You. Okay, absolutely tear through him. Damage is now fully maxed out. I'm going to end Frenzy early. That way we can go for this Kog'Maw, who's already dead by the time that we arrive to him. Okay. Yeah, that area size is pretty good. Okay, we have a Belveth Trial on the right. I'm going to go for it. That way we can try and get some more evolves. I do want ability haste, but at the same time... Ooh, more regen. Movement speed might not be a bad thing. We'll deal with the Chumper when we can. Let's see. Oh, darkness? Easy. Okay, we're picking up a little bit too many access codes for my liking, so we're going to have to be a little bit mindful of when we get the rest of them. However, because Briar pretty much plays herself, even though we're in complete and total darkness, she still knows where everything is and will still run them down. Combined with our items doing their own thing, we're kind of just steamrolling most enemies, which has pretty much been the case for this entire spot. But what are you gonna do? That's fine. Okay, mission success. We survived in the darkness. I'm gonna go pick up our goodies and hopefully get some good levels. Searing shortbow, yep. Pillory swipe, definitely want to upgrade that as soon as possible. These ones don't do anything, so I'm gonna go for more crit chance. Okay. More XP, thank you. Okay, we are taking a little bit of damage because I'm just not bothering to dodge. But if we immediately go into our frenzy, we heal it up as if nothing ever happened. I'm gonna get this misfortune. Ooh, big boy shield. And now we just go AFK. But yeah, you kind of, you're definitely seeing why Briar is so good, right? Like, I think even on a build that isn't good, we would still pretty much be doing this well. I'm stutter stepping, that way we don't immediately pick. Oh, I should have taken the ability haste. Oh, dang. Yeah, I should have taken the ability haste. That was a mistake on my part, but hopefully we don't live to regret that. We're gonna find out shortly. I just wanted to get the weapon upgraded, because the sooner you get all your weapons upgraded, as you've seen, it pretty much becomes a free win. Now, we are starting to run out of time. 4 minutes until the boss of this area spawns. So we're just going to keep going for as much XP as possible. We can upgrade Pillory Swipe, so I'm going to run down one of these cards and immediately get it. Okay. Upgrade Pillory Swipe. I'm going to ult into those bosses. Yuumi quest is ready to go. We are tanking all of the mini-bosses at the same time because Briar simply doesn't care. Ouch. Ah! Almost got knocked into the water. Okay, we'll pick up this one. Yeah, let's start making our way to Yuumi. And this will be our third Yuumi buff. Still never got the elusive 4 Yuumi buffs. I'm wondering if it's even possible, because that 4th slot, it makes me think, like, yeah, of course it's possible, but I've never seen it. Oh, darn yarn. That's easy. Easy mode, mate. Okay, well, Misfortune ulting makes it a little bit harder. The frogs are here, so we do have to be a little bit mindful of that bleed effect, because it stacks up real fast, even with Briar's insane tankiness. Ouch. Armor up. Yep. More tankiness. Yep. Okay, go into frenzy so that we start healing. You know what? There's a part of me that wants to take armor just to give us even more survivability, because we have the damage. And with armor up, gain at armor per stack, at armor, that's not right. Okay, we'll hold out. We'll hold out for now. We are still really, really tanky. I certainly wouldn't mind more. But at the same time, if I can greed for ability haste, that thing that we passed up earlier, then I would rather do that. But we'll see. Worst case, I'll just take armor and we'll pretty much be good to go. Like, at that point, I actually don't think that many things would be able to kill us. A little bit more regen. We are up to 165, which gives us 33 per second. Very, very nice. And we have about 3,000 health, so that's about 10% every 5 seconds, give or take, with how League does its health regen. Oh. I don't know, something like that. We heal up fast, basically. There it is. Ability haste. That's going to allow us to swipe a lot faster. We're going to go for even more max health because all of our stuff scales on it. I'm just going to start picking up these cards. More max health. Max health is now maxed. We have 3,800 health. Extremely high health. Oh no, there was a misfortune there that we missed. This is going to evolve. Very nice. Now it's going to shoot little arrows on the ground that get bigger over time. I'm going to keep going for these cards, honestly. There is a world where we get unlucky and don't evolve all of our stuff because of how I'm doing this, but honestly, it's just kind of a risk we gotta take. Oh, you know what? I gotta heal. Ouch. Oh, that bleed is doing a lot of damage, yeah. We gotta heal a little bit. Okay, static sword. Give her a little bit more healing. Okay, area size gets increased. That's certainly not a bad thing. Gonna go upwards towards these cards. Get ourselves some more, if possible. Extra duration. Very, very nice. Ouch, ouch. Okay, I gotta heal. They're doing big boy damage to me, even with armor up being fully stacked. Woo. More regen per second. We're now up to 170. Okay, I'm gonna come get this guy. Okay, level 5 static sword. We also get a little bit more regen. I'm gonna try my best to run to these cards. We get a little bit more regen for our troubles. We're now up to 180. Ooh. You know what? Hang on. There we go. Radiant Field. We use both of our re-rolls. But now we can evolve all of our weapons before the area boss. Just in time, too. That got a little bit close. Every single weapon is now evolved. And we get level 2 ability haste for the road. Nice. Yeah, I'd say we're as boss ready as we can be. And here he comes, from the depths of the ocean itself. Well. Call me a traitor. I am just gonna go for it anyway. I was thinking of something cool to say, but meh. So yeah, Aatrox has a bunch of mechanics that you want to dodge, but I mean, why dodge when I can just bite, you know what I mean? He's pulling us over to this pillar. We're immediately going to start shredding it, and because we have evolved our main attack, we're also applying a bleed. I'm going to go for a little bit of a heal. Okay, big boy damage being done to Aatrox. He's taking so much damage that he barely knows what to do. His attacks are knocking us up, which is preventing us from healing for a couple seconds, but I mean, we're so tanky with armor up and our overall stat layout that he's going to be no problem at all. We win! Or do we? Phase 2. Okay, so we gotta kill this pillar as quickly as possible because the water level is now rising. So we gotta get off the beach. And the water's slow enough to where we can pretty much just get to where we're going, where we can then fight Aatrox for round 2. Now, I'm going to ult towards him. And here we go. So, the first time I saw Aatrox revive, it was such a fun experience. Now, Aatrox is a very difficult fight. As you can see, he's doing knock-up effects that are knocking you into other projectiles. He's got enemies that are coming in. He's got swords that are flying in from off-camera. And he does more damage the lower health he is, I believe. Or at the very least, he attacks faster. And, as you saw, he's also sending out little shark missiles that do insane damage. However, Briar doesn't care. And there's waves coming from the ocean, of course. But Briar is Briar, and honestly could care less about all those effects. Okay, we're going to hold out for 1 second. I'm ulting back towards him. We're full health. And down goes the king. Alrighty. So with that being said, that has been the Swarm game mode of League of Legends. Overall, any sort of PvE mode that I can get my hands on for League, I'm going to enjoy. And as you can tell, I have sunk a lot of time into this game mode. This is actually the final day that it's around that I'm recording this, funny enough. I really held this off to the last second when I shouldn't have, but meh. We're extremely strong. I have 85 anima power, which, you know, it makes us a little bit powerful, as you saw. To our hard mode is basically easy mode, which I didn't expect. In hindsight, probably should have played on extreme difficulty, but what are you gonna do? And then it is also a bit harder depending on the amount of players you have too, because it scales per player. But with that being said, this has been the League of Legends Swarm game mode. Overall, relatively fun. It is a short experience once you've unlocked absolutely every upgrade and you pretty much know what's good on who, but it's still a really fun game mode. It's basically League of Legends without being League of Legends. So, you know, I'd say it's really fun, but definitely hoping for some kind of like Star Guardian mode or Odyssey mode to come back. But this certainly isn't a bad substitute for the moment. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one shot. Bye.